China's economic journey has been nothing short of extraordinary. From the towering skyscrapers of Shanghai to the bustling streets of Beijing, the transformation is visible everywhere. In a few short decades, the nation transformed from a largely agrarian society to a global economic powerhouse. This shift has been marked by rapid urbanization, technological advancements, and a significant increase in the standard of living for many of its citizens. This remarkable ascent has been fueled by a unique blend of political will, economic reforms, and the sheer dynamism of the Chinese people. The government's strategic planning and the hard work of millions have driven this unprecedented growth. However, this period of unprecedented growth has not been without its challenges. Rapid urbanization has led to overcrowded cities and significant environmental concerns, including pollution and resource depletion. Today, China faces a new set of hurdles, from demographic shifts, such as an aging population, to the need for sustainable development. The one-child policy has left a lasting impact, creating a demographic imbalance that the country must now address. Additionally, the real estate market is struggling with issues of overbuilding and debt, while escalating geopolitical tensions pose risks to international trade and diplomatic relations. China's economic transformation began in the late 1970s with the launch of Deng Xiaoping's reform and opening up policies. These policies were revolutionary, setting the stage for the country's modernization and integration into the global economy. These reforms marked a pivotal turning point, gradually shifting China away from a centrally planned economy towards a more market-oriented system. This shift allowed for greater efficiency, innovation, and competitiveness. This transition unleashed a wave of entrepreneurial energy and foreign investment, propelling China into an era of rapid industrialization and economic expansion. The rise of tech startups and the influx of foreign capital have been key drivers of this growth. The impact of China's economic transformation has been felt worldwide. The country has become a major engine of global growth, a vital link in global supply chains, and an increasingly influential player on the world stage. Its economic policies and market trends now have far-reaching implications. The country has become a major engine of global growth, a vital link in global supply chains, and an increasingly influential player on the world stage. Chinese products are ubiquitous, and its manufacturing prowess is unmatched. However, as China continues to evolve, it must grapple with the complexities of its own success. Balancing economic growth with social equity and environmental sustainability is a delicate act. Navigating these challenges will be crucial for China to sustain its economic momentum and secure its place in the global order. The decisions made by policymakers will determine the future trajectory of the nation. The decisions made by Chinese leaders in the coming years will have profound implications not only for China, but for the world at large. As the country continues to rise, its role on the global stage will only become more significant, influencing international policies, economies, and societies. The seeds of China's economic miracle were sown in the late 1970s with the implementation of Deng Xiaoping's ambitious reform and opening up policies. These policies were not just a shift in economic strategy, but a bold vision that would transform the nation. Deng Xiaoping, often referred to as the architect of modern China, recognized the need for change and took decisive steps to steer the country towards a new path of growth and prosperity. These reforms marked a decisive break from the rigidities of the centrally planned economy that had characterized China's Maoist era. Under Mao, the economy was tightly controlled by the state, with little room for private initiative or market forces. Factories and industries were state-owned, and economic decisions were made through central planning, often leading to inefficiencies and stagnation. Instead, Deng's vision embraced elements of market mechanisms, encouraging private enterprise and welcoming foreign investment. This shift allowed for greater flexibility and innovation as individuals and businesses were given the freedom to pursue their own economic interests. The introduction of market principles helped to stimulate competition, improve productivity, and drive economic growth. One of the key pillars of Deng's reforms was the establishment of special economic zones, or SEs, along China's southeastern coast. These zones were designed to attract foreign investment and serve as testing grounds for market-oriented reforms. By offering preferential policies and tax incentives, the SEZs created an environment conducive to business and innovation. These SEZs offered preferential policies and tax breaks to foreign investors, creating attractive hubs for export-oriented manufacturing. The success of these zones demonstrated the potential of a more market-driven approach and provided a model for further economic liberalization across the country. The success of these early SEZs, such as Shenzhen and Xiamen, demonstrated the potential of a more market-driven approach and paved the way for further economic liberalization. Shenzhen, once a small fishing village, rapidly transformed into a bustling metropolis, symbolizing the dramatic changes brought about by the reforms. As China's economy began to open up, foreign investment poured in, attracted by the country's vast pool of low-cost labor and its rapidly expanding domestic market. International companies saw China as a land of opportunity, where they could tap into a large and growing consumer base while benefiting from lower production costs. This influx of capital and technology fueled rapid industrialization, transforming China into the world's factory for everything from toys and textiles to electronics and consumer goods. The manufacturing sector boomed, creating millions of jobs and lifting countless people out of poverty. The reform era unleashed a wave of entrepreneurial energy within China as millions of citizens seized the opportunities presented by a more open economy. Small businesses flourished, and a new generation of entrepreneurs emerged, eager to innovate and compete in the global market. From small businesses to sprawling private enterprises, Chinese entrepreneurs played a pivotal role in driving the country's economic expansion. Their efforts not only contributed to economic growth, but also helped to create a more dynamic and diverse economy, laying the foundation for China's rise as a global economic powerhouse. China's economic transformation has been inextricably linked to a massive wave of urbanization unprecedented in human history. Millions of people have migrated from rural villages to burgeoning cities in search of better economic opportunities and a more modern lifestyle. This mass migration has reshaped the country's demographic landscape, giving rise to megacities with populations exceeding tens of millions. This rapid urbanization has brought about significant changes to China's social fabric. Traditional family structures have been strained as younger generations leave rural areas, and the gap between urban and rural incomes has widened, creating new social challenges. The influx of migrants into cities has also placed a strain on infrastructure and public services, leading to challenges in providing adequate housing, transportation, and social welfare. Despite these challenges, urbanization has also been a driving force behind China's economic growth. The concentration of people in cities has created massive consumer markets and provided a readily available workforce for the country's expanding industries. Urban centers have become hubs of innovation and entrepreneurship, attracting talent and investment from across China and beyond. In recent years, China has increasingly asserted itself on the global stage, seeking to expand its economic and geopolitical influence. This shift is evident in various sectors, from technology and trade to culture and diplomacy. China's strategy involves not just economic investments, but also cultural exchanges and political alliances, aiming to create a multifaceted presence worldwide. One of the most ambitious manifestations of this outward-looking approach is the Belt and Road Initiative, or BRI, a massive infrastructure development program launched in 2013. The BRI is designed to revive and expand the ancient Silk Road trade routes, creating new pathways for commerce and cooperation. It encompasses over 60 countries, covering more than 60% of the world's population and 30% of global GDP. The BRI aims to connect China more closely with countries in Asia, Africa, and Europe through a vast network of roads, railways, ports, and other infrastructure projects. These projects are not just about physical connectivity, but also about fostering economic integration and cultural exchange. By building these connections, China hopes to create a more interconnected and interdependent global economy. By investing in these projects, China aims to facilitate trade, promote economic development, and strengthen its ties with countries along these routes. The investments are often accompanied by trade agreements and partnerships that further integrate these countries into China's economic orbit. This strategy not only boosts China's economic growth, but also enhances its political influence. The BRI has been met with a mix of enthusiasm and apprehension from the international community. While some see it as a golden opportunity for development and cooperation, others are wary of the potential risks and challenges. The initiative has sparked debates about its long-term implications for global trade and geopolitics. Supporters view it as a potential game-changer for developing countries, providing much-needed infrastructure investment and fostering economic growth. They argue that the BRI can help bridge the infrastructure gap in many developing nations, leading to improved living standards and economic opportunities. Success stories from various BRI projects highlight the transformative impact of these investments. Critics, however, raise concerns about debt sustainability, environmental impacts, and the potential for China to use the BRI to advance its own geopolitical interests. They warn that the heavy borrowing required for these projects could lead to debt traps for participating countries. Additionally, there are fears that the environmental costs of large-scale construction could outweigh the benefits. Despite these concerns, the BRI remains a cornerstone of China's foreign policy and a testament to its growing global ambitions. President Xi Jinping has repeatedly emphasized the importance of the BRI in achieving China's vision of a community of shared future for mankind. The initiative is seen as a key tool for promoting global development and cooperation. The initiative reflects China's desire to reshape the global order and establish itself as a leading power in the 21st century. By building a network of economic and strategic partnerships, China aims to create a new global landscape where it plays a central role. The BRI is not just about infrastructure, it's about building a new world order with China at its heart.